Welcome to the video on the layout of my online class. This is the Math 99 online class, and I just want to go through a little bit of the structure of WellMap and what things look like when you're actually taking the online class. So you'll notice here at the beginning I have everything laid out in weeks. So we have a week 0 folder. This is everything you need to get started. Ideally you'd be able to look at this before the beginning of the quarter, so I would have sent you an email, and you may actually be watching this video in that week 0 folder right now. But this would contain the syllabus, all the introductory stuff in there. So you'll notice informational videos about the textbook, this one that I'm recording right now, important documents such as the syllabus and pacing, and also the quizzes and forums, of which there should be a couple in there. One is going to be this familiarity quiz, and another one is this special forum to introduce yourself. And so those two are things that will need to be done during the first week. If you're ever looking for due dates or anything like that, you can go up here to the calendar. I generally have things laid out in the calendar as well. And if you click on the calendar, you should be able to see all the assignments, when I expect you would probably do them. Now you can get ahead, that's fine, but you'll notice there's 3-5, 3-6 there on Tuesday, 3-8 A and B on Wednesday, and then 3-7 on Thursday. Time for a practice quiz and to make sure you participate in the forums and things like that right there on Friday. If you click on a day, it'll show you everything that's on that day. So there's a practice quiz, special forum, also that week 1 forum that's right there. Next week we got transformations, piecewise functions, stuff like that. And you can keep going throughout the quarter and look at everything that is going on throughout the quarter. So it's all laid out up there if you need to know what's going on. Anytime you want to get back to the main page, you can just click on this Math 99 Online Summer 11, and that'll take you, or whatever your class may be called, and it'll take you back to where you were before, prior to viewing the calendar. And so here it takes you back to the week 0 folder, because that's where you were before you click that calendar tab. If I click that Math 99 again, then it'll take me back to the main page that's right there. So a lot of the navigation you get just by clicking back to that Math 99 course that's right there. If you want to take a look at what an actual regular week looks like, the week 1 folder here has basically all the sections that you're expected to go through during that first week. And so week 1, it's got the introduction to functions, function notation, and then all the various other topics there. If you click the arrow that's right to the left of that, this is one thing that sometimes confuses people. If you click the arrow, it does bring this drop-down menu down that has everything for that section. So there's the textbook section if you need a link to the textbook, a few videos about just the introduction to functions, function graphs, interval notation, that type of thing, and then the homework for that section. And so just clicking on the section will give you everything for that, and that homework is from the textbook. You can also look at, you want to take a look at some of these other things. You'll notice not all of them are super long. Here's just the textbook, what to read up to and including example 3 just before that. So if you're just going to look at the algebra functions, that's that type. And then there's the homework that goes with sort of that part of the book right there. There's a little video as well on that, and most of these have videos that go along with them as well as the textbook videos that you can see as well. The quizzes and formats, I'll go and click on that. Notice here I tried to list out what quiz numbers were from what section. So numbers 1 and 2 on the quiz will be from 3.5, numbers 3 and 4 from 3.6, and so on and so forth. So if you want to go in after you've done 3.5 and take a look at those first 2 questions, you should be able to do those. So that's a good practice as well. And remember, on the practice quizzes you do get an unlimited amount of time as long as you have everything in before the due date. So you can log in, log out. You don't have to click any special thing to save or anything. Just you can submit your problems as you go, and that as long as you're in there by Friday, July 8th, 11:59 p.m., then you're fine, or whatever due date it happens to say right there. So that's the basic idea with the practice quizzes, is you have an unlimited amount of time. You can do several submissions to try to work out what's going on if you don't get the first time. But it's a lot of practice that you go through on that. All right. That will probably be a separate video or described in the syllabus. It's pretty detailed in the syllabus as to all the variations of those practice quizzes there. Another thing to look at here is if we go back to that Math 99, all the weeks that are right there. If you want to click on any particular week, week 2, week 3, week 4, it should have everything for that week. So if we click week 3, then we'll notice there's 4 sections right there, and then the quizzes and forums. So they're all laid out the same way, just all the sections for that week, and then that quizzes and forums at the end. One way to get to the forums without having to go through that last thing is the forums tab right over here. And this is a lot of times what I like to use. You'll notice there's the questions for the instructor, one right there, the special forum to introduce yourself, week 1, week 2, week 3. And so if you just click on one of those, you'll notice, we'll do this one since I know there's something in there. You can add a new thread or reply to one that's on there. If you click on that, you should be able to read that, and then you can either, I get a modify because I posted it, but you can also reply to those as you're looking through those. And so if you do post something you want to change a little bit, you can hit the modify button, modify it later. You can also reply to other people's posts, things like that. Again, to get back, if you just want to go back to the forum, this bar up here, you can just go back to that forum right there, or all the way back to the home page would take you back here. And so a lot of times that's useful for the forums. If something new gets posted, you'll see in red new right next to whichever forum has the new topic in it. And so that's often useful for seeing what has a new thread or a new reply that's in it. Some of the other tabs that are over here, the messages tab, this is to send a message to somebody. You can actually send a message to anybody in the course. So I have a bunch of courses listed. You would probably just click the one that you're in, but if I want to click one, I could just click one of these. We'll say that one right there. And I see a message that's right there. If I want to send a new message, I just click send new message with any of those, and it'll let me send a new message to whoever's in that list right there. Alright, so that is sending the message. So to, and then who you want to go to, subject, and things like that. And this will be populated with the student list once everybody's registered for the course right there. Alright, let's go back, look at some of the other stuff that you can do. We've been through the forums and the calendar. The gradebook is another one that's useful. Right now, if you go back and look at the gradebook, it has all the things that are listed in there, practice quizzes, and the forums. The regular quizzes will also pop up, the time quizzes, as soon as they become available. So they're not all available just yet, but as soon as they do, then you can go in and look at that. So right there is the gradebook, and if you have anything that you want to look at, you can always click on the grade once there is an actual grade in there. Nothing's been taken at this point, so there's nothing to click on, but you can click on a grade as soon as you see it, and it will take you to that quiz or to that forum that's right there. Usually that's helpful with the quizzes because you can go back, look at the questions, look at what you got right and wrong, and see the whole quiz just laid out. So, and that's by clicking on the grade that you see right there in the grade book. Alright. One of the last things here, logging out, you can log out or you can just close the browser. It doesn't really matter. If you're going through the quizzes, same thing. Once you submit an answer, it's locked in. You don't have to hit anything special, so that's also good to know. The practice quizzes, you can go in and out and anything like that. The time quizzes, you'll want to make sure using the time quizzes that you do take just that 2 hours when you're going through those. So that is the basic layout of the course. If you want to click on any of these up here, it's basically the same sorts of links that are over here, just up at the top as well. So those will give you all the same links up there as well. If you want to click on the forums or anything else. midterm forum, final exam forum. Those will be good when you're studying for those as well. And one more thing that I need to mention, we'll go back to this Math 99. This announcements tab right here, if you ever see it closed, just make sure that you click it open to see if there's any announcements. Any announcements that I post will appear right in there. Some of those will stay on for about a week and then disappear. So if there's no announcements, you'll just see a blue bar like this, meaning there's nothing in there. If there are announcements, this will be expanded a bit and the folders will be lower down on the screen. And you'll see the announcement of what I have in there. So this is what I use to make all my announcements through there. So make sure that you do check that regularly. One other thing to mention, the resources that are right here. So under resources, important documents, that's the same as the week 0 folder, the syllabus and other stuff that is in there. Using Math and WellMap, this is a very important one right here. So that using Math and WellMap, this has basically all the notation that you can use to enter math in the forums with WellMap. And there's also a separate video listed for that, so I'm not going to go through all of this, but all of these right here, if you want to say do the cube root of x, then root parenthesis 3 with that x in parentheses, so that'll do a cube root right there. So all of that's listed just so you can see what it looks like and what I typed when you're doing those math right there. So that's a good resource to be able to use. Useful links, hopefully it's what it sounds like, links that are useful. So e-tutoring, which is free if you want to go in and look at that, directions and their website. The textbook, how to order the textbook and the link to the textbook are right there. Khan Academy and Purple Math, two pretty good math resources. Purple Math is just text. Khan Academy has a bunch of videos that are listed there. GeoGebra, if you're doing some graphs, this is a pretty good graphing tool. Math Center info, Jing, Screencast-O-Matic, those are what I use to do my screen recordings. A few of the older ones are in Jing. Mostly I use Screencast-O-Matic right now. And then there's a virtual TI calculator download, which actually puts a calculator on your computer. So that's another good resource that I've used in some of my videos. Calculator help, there's one right here. Where you can get help with the calculator. Most of the calculator stuff I've tried to include in all the various sections whenever they're appropriate. So piecewise functions, this link would also appear in the piecewise section. For that, trig functions, that would appear in the trig section when we go through that. Same with complex numbers. So a lot of these are also posted in the various sections, but if you just want to get a quick list of whatever calculator resources we have, or something that's not listed here, you can use one of these links up here. So that's for any calculator help that you may need. The last one here, informational videos. Alright, so this is going to be the structure of the course, will be this video linked right there. About the textbook, e-tutoring, inserting equations in Word, which we won't really need because everything's going to be done through WellMap. Typing equations in forums, that's an important one to be able to look at as well. Recording, if you want to, in Screencast-O-Matic or with Jing as well. So those are some good informational videos just about the general idea of the course, and specifically that typing equations in forums is one that a lot of people find useful. Well, hopefully this gives you a good idea of what the course is going to be about. Like I said, most of the stuff that you can look at is going to be in the calendar as far as that goes. So the first thing that you'll notice the first week is that we do have a couple of forums coming due on Friday, the Introduce Yourself and the Week 1 forum, so make sure that you post those. And then there'll also be a quiz. It's available Saturday, and then once it's available, it'll show up as due on Monday, and so that timed quiz will be due on Monday. Practice quiz due on Friday. Alright, if you got any questions, let me know, and hopefully we'll have a great quarter.